Hello and welcome to GPTV on Tuesday the 9th of July. My name's Philip Kingston.
And I'm Nikki Janover.
And Nikki, great to have you on GPTV.
Thank you,
great
Philip.
to
Great
finally,
to be here.
of course, have a true professional anchor instead of that ridiculous
I know.
Gary Peer that's constantly away on holidays.
It's a good life.
You've been on GPTV before.
Yes.
But it was many months ago.
That's right.
And now we've got you back on GPTV because you are the reigning salesperson of the month for the month of May.
Yes.
And we're going to talk to you more about that in a moment.
We will.
But before we do so, tell me about where we are at the moment.
This is gorgeous. We're at 33 Sebastopol Street, Caulfield North, and we're at this incredible town residence, which is just walking distance to Balaclava Road, Caulfield Park, public transport, everything's at your doorstep. Just walking through this house, it's got the most incredible architectural features. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms and a study, and just beautifully light-filled as well.
And beautifully described on that description. I'm running off to buy it straight away. It is a great property, and this is increasingly the sort of property we are selling as land becomes so expensive in the inner suburbs.
That's true.
More and more town residences are being built, which from our selfish point of view, Nikki, is great.
It's
because
fabulous.
one old house gets replaced with 2 new ones.
But there's
it's all good.
actually it's becoming the new family home as well, because, you know, families today who are so busy with their you know, school and work and everything, they don't want high maintenance anymore.
No, it's true.
And it certainly fits, you know, the bill as far as accommodation is concerned.
And when you can walk to things like the tram and Caulfield Park, how much land do you really need?
You don't need it because everything's at your doorstep.
And talking about building, Nikki, because I think the viewers would love to explore, who is the real Nikki Janover?
The real Nikki Janover.
I'm going to summarise a couple of things and then you're going to tell us a bit more about yourself. You've been in the real estate now for 15 years.
Correct, yeah.
12 of them with Gary Peer and Associates.
The
and
best
we're jealous
12
that we
years.
didn't get those other 3. But 12 years is amazing, and you are known for your positivity, your infectious smile. But let's hear a bit about you. What do you do when you're not at GPA?
Sure. Well, I'm a mama.
Yeah, you are.
I've got a lovely family. I've got my daughter Lydia, who's
Lydia
9
now?
years old.
Yep, gorgeous
She's
girl.
just a great girl. And I'm engaged to Paul Schiff.
Yes, you are.
And his lovely 2 boys, Jason and Simon. We've done a merger.
You've one of the modern blended families.
We are modern blended family.
And you've been together quite some time now, haven't you?
6 years.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
fantastic.
He's a really great guy.
Getting back to real estate, all combining the two.
Sure.
You recently built a house.
I did. I built the dream house.
Did you?
Yeah. And we've been in there for just over a year and a half, but it's a beautiful family home, and you know, we've just custom made it so that, you know, we've got 5 bedrooms, 5 bathrooms.
5 bathrooms.
Yeah, it's
wow.
hard to clean, but
It would
anyway,
be.
that's all right. We've put in a pool, and it's a little oasis.
And what a great experience to go through, because
worth
as a
it.
real estate agent, you know, we're dealing with houses and telling people and advising them to build all the time.
Sure.
But it must give you a whole new experience from a sales point of view to say, look, I've actually done it. You've been through the pain.
Definitely.
So it must give you a much bigger insight.
A big appreciation, and then my clients who are going through it as well, I've got plenty of good advice for them. So, you know, I certainly encourage them to pick my brain.
Now, you're on the show today because you had your biggest month, I think, transaction-wise, in the history of your real estate career.
True.
Now, I want to just boast a little bit about you for you.
Yeah.
Nikki has just won the Salesperson of the Month award for the month of May, and Nikki actually had 10 transactions, but 9 of those were what we call Nikki brought the properties in and sold them, and that's what we call a list and sell.
Yes.
Now, just to give the viewers perspective of how unbelievable that was, the average real estate agent in Australia, and we've got no average real estate agents at Janover here in Associates.
No, we don't.
But the average real estate agent in Australia sells 2 properties in a month if they're lucky. Now, you listed and sold 9, plus a 10th transaction. How did you do it?
How did I do it? Well, I enjoyed doing it very much, for starters. I've got really great clients that I have been working with for years, and have really great relationships. They're like my friends. They're like, some of them even like my family.
Yeah.
And I like to speak to them on a regular basis, and, you know, help people to achieve their dreams of buying a house. Quite often, a lot of the people that I work with are looking to buy something. So I take them on that journey, and you know, we eventually, you know, whether it's mostly through us, but occasionally, even if it's with someone else, I assist them every step of the way. I also get a lot of referral clients as well. People who've worked for me, with me, recommend me to their friends and family.
And when you've been in the game for 15 years, not only are you getting a lot of referrals, but you're getting a lot of repeat business. And on top of it, I know that you've often now sold for 2, if not 3 generations of families. You've sold for the grandparents, you've sold for their children, and now their children coming through. And that's what makes it such a great business.
In fact, 756 Inkerman Road in Caulfield North, I sold it to them 10 years ago, and then I sold it for them.
Which is great.
And I've sold also for their parents as well.
Fantastic. And that's the way it is.
It's the best feeling
Let's
ever.
talk about the marketplace, Nikki, because we've just had another fantastic weekend. The industry clearance rate for the weekend was 71%. But let's get those towers up, Nikki, because yet again, Gary Pier & Associates has sold, I think our statistic was 87%. I think we did 6 out of 7 for the weekend, which is just another phenomenal result. Let's talk about some of the results across the weekend, because we really did have some amazing results. And let's talk about a few.
Sure.
So I started my weekend on Saturday morning, Nikki, at 10:30 in Melville Street in Bentley East. A property, I think Leon Guzenfitter handled it, and this is his 15th transaction for the family. And that was a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom town residence, which we sold for $720. I then moved from East Bentley all the way to Burnett Street in St Kilda. Tell us about that apartment.
Oh, look, that was a 1-bedroom apartment, and perfect location as far as locations are concerned. Just walking distance to Grey Street and Ackland Street and Fitzroy Street. And that's the type of apartment that achievable for a first home buyer, or you can just put it in your property portfolio.
In fact, the buyer was an investor. $315,000 for that, which was pretty much bang on the money. We were quoting a little bit less, and the auction went a bit higher. Went really well.
Competition.
I moved on to Bertram Street. Are you familiar with that property in Bertram Street? I've got to tell the viewers that sold for $110,000 over the reserve. The reserve was $600,000. Sold it for $710,000, Nikki.
Incredible.
2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, beautifully renovated. But that really does set a new benchmark for those villas, and those villas are enormously popular. We moved on then to Begonia Road on Sunday. Have you seen that townhouse? What an amazing townhouse.
Beautiful.
3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Reserve there was $700,000, and we sold that for $821,000 over the reserve.
It's incredible.
$121,000 over the reserve. That is just phenomenal. Umarella Road, you'd know Umarella Road well. That was villa number 4, I think, at number 27 Umarella Road, and that was well above the reserve as well. I think that is a bit of a theme for the weekend.
There's a new wave for units as well, definitely. The villa units are they're like mini houses,
And a lot of the first home buyers are now buying these villas, because obviously they can't afford houses on traditional land. So $700,000 and $800,000 seems to be our kind of new middle price point.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now, the one that I want to talk about, of course, was the major sale that we had at number 12 Pearson Grove in Caulfield North. Now, this was a house that I was completely in love with. Fabulous house. 3:30 on Sunday. I arrived just as it started pouring with rain.
It didn't matter.
We were quoting something in excess of 3 there. Unfortunately, the price has been undisclosed on that, but we did sell it well in excess of the reserve price. And that's a bit of an auction record, I think, this year in Caulfield North. Not our highest priced home sold in Caulfield North, but one of the highest priced homes sold under the hammer.
Correct.
So big weekend.
It was
6
fantastic.
out of 7.
Very encouraging.
Yeah, it really is. It really is. There's a real bounce in the marketplace. Very quiet weekend this weekend. In fact, we've got no auctions this weekend, Nikki. We're going to all take a bit of a break. We are obviously busy with our open for inspections. Let's review some of the properties that we have coming up, not this weekend, but the weekend after.
Okay.
So let's talk about the weekend's auctions for Saturday the 20th and Sunday the 21st of July. What have we got happening on Saturday, Nikki?
Well, on Saturday we've got a really great 1-bedroom apartment at 7 at 20 Hawson Avenue, Glen Huntly. It's renovated, and it's also another fantastic position, walking distance to Glen Huntly Road, cafe and shops, and also the train station.
And we've been quoting around $240,000 to around $270,000 on that. And then I think we moved to St Kilda after that.
We head straight to 2 at 287 Barclay Street, St Kilda, which is, again, fantastic location. This is a solid brick renovated ground floor apartment. and it's also got a lock-up garage.
And that's going to be auctioned on Saturday at 11:30
Correct.
a.m. And let's talk about, Nikki, what we're doing on Sunday. 2 auctions on Sunday.
Yes.
We start at 11:30 at number 50 Filbert Street
Great
in Caulfield
location.
South. Fantastic big family home. That's a 5-bedroom family home. Beautiful entertaining areas and a house that's ready to move straight into. That's at 11:30 on Sunday. 12:30 we move on to this fantastic property,
very
number 33
exciting.
Sebastopol Street in Caulfield North. That's 12:30 on Sunday. If you want to have a look at a fantastic town residence, regardless of the fact if you want to buy it or not, come along and have a look at this one. This is as good as it gets.
Oh, definitely.
Thanks again for watching GPTV. Have a great week and we'll see you next week.
Thank you.